Welcome to Circle Sanctuary's full moon, flower moon circle. I'm Reverend Judith, and on behalf of all of the Circle volunteers gathered here virtually tonight, we welcome you. As spring is showing its bright green leaves on the trees, and the first flowers have brought forth their joy of rebirth here in the Northern Hemisphere, we are reminded that abundance is once again all around us with the blessings of our Mother Earth. Amid the strife and turmoil that we see all around us and in the world, it is easy to get caught up in the bad news while the growth of new life continues despite what occupies our news feed. In a song by Alexia Chellon, she reminds us that abundance is all around us. It's in the flowers, it's in the trees, it's in the honey brought to us by the bees. It's in the stars we see in the night sky and the full moon above us tonight. It is our birthright. It is our birthright here on this abundant planet Earth. Look all around you, and you can see it everywhere. It's in the earth we walk upon, a gentle breeze. It's in the water that bathes us, sweet as friends. It's having a laugh. It's breathing fresh air and watering the plants. All all I know, she says, is that abundance is everywhere. Listen all around you and you can hear it everywhere. It's with the bats, the bears, the birds that fly with flair. And all I know is that abundance is everywhere. It's in the green, green grass, the big blue ocean. It's with the whales and dolphins as they play in splendid motion. So look around you and feel it everywhere. It's with the people and the love that you get to share. Breathe it in, breathe it out, feel it here, feel it now, feel it in the soft, fresh air and with the bright, beautiful flowers showing their beauty again in the spring. Again, welcome to our flower moon, full moon circle. And I hope you enjoy these stories and songs about this beautiful time of year. It is now my honor and pleasure to present our High Priestess and Senior Minister, the founder of Circle Sanctuary, Selena Fox. Welcome, Selena.
Thank you, Judith, and happy flower moon to everyone. Special thanks to everybody who is joining us live. Let us know where you are watching from. And if you have a favorite flower, I invite you at some point during our time tonight to share that. And for those of you who are watching us later, we also invite you to share in the comment section. We also welcome the spirits of plants in blossom, including these lilacs and daffodils that I just got from Circle Sanctuary Land right before this ceremony. Yes, the land is in bloom and we celebrate the spirits of all plants that are blossoming now. And we welcome flowers in many sacred forms. And we welcome the full moon, which in May, which is the blossoming time in the Northern Hemisphere, is part of the magic of lunar right observations. So I invite Richard to share some announcements with us.
Greetings and welcome to our Flower Moon Full Moon Circle broadcast. My name is Richard. On behalf of all the Circle Sanctuary volunteers with us tonight, thank you for joining us. You can join other Circle volunteers in person on Saturday, June the 7th at Circle Sanctuary's land for our Welcome Summer Gathering. We will be packing a truck and preparing for this year's Pagan Spirit Gathering. Please register at circlesanctuary.org so that we can know you will be coming. Our annual celebration for the summer solstice will be held June 15th through the 22nd at River Forest Campground near White Lake, Wisconsin. This year marks PSG's 45th anniversary. For more information on the presenters, musicians, workshops, and rituals, visit the PSG website. Register at paganspiritgathering.org, all one word. Registration closes at 11 p.m. Central Time on Friday, June 6th. So get working on it. You can now find Circle other online activities. To become a member or to make a donation, visit our website. The team that brings you these Full Moon Circle podcast is looking for new additional presenters. You could read a poem, give a reading, a song, a chant, or a demonstration. If you are willing to present a pagan perspective on the world, send an email to Circle Sanctuary with the Full Moon Circle in the subject line. We look forward to hearing from you. Chop, chop. Dia is now to cast our ritual circle.
Thank you, Richard. Everyone, please join me in casting a sacred circle. I call upon the eastern sunflower, whose head begins in the east, tracks the sun, and returns to the east at night. I call unto the southern camellias, with their wide array of colors, sizes, and forms, and the hibiscus to quench our thirst and heal our wounded stomachs and soul. I call upon the crepe myrtle in the sun-drenched west, providing cool shade while the white and pink water lilies bob upon the water of our souls. I call upon the compass rose of the north that marks our direction on the planet and guides us in our lives and back to our homes. I call upon the azure sky of the blue delphinium, which reminds us of the illusionary nature of our existence. I call upon the flower of life, the symbolic representative of earth and the interconnectedness of all that is sacred in geometry and nature. And I call upon the pistils and stamens of the center of the flower, the community where creation and regeneration begins and endures. So mote it be. I now call on Selena for a flower moon invocation.
Thank you, Dia. Bright moon, full moon, flower moon. We call to you, we honor you, we celebrate you with a rite tonight. Bless us, inspire us, guide us. Help us bloom as individuals and as a community, now and in times to come. So be it. And now we have Moonfire Kindling with Richard.
Thank you, Selena. This moon cycle has been designated the flower moon. And indeed, here in the Northern Hemisphere, the flowers are springing up all over the place. I'd like this ecologically friendly recycled beeswax candle to represent the bonfires we pagans light at the center of our ritual circles. I celebrate fire in all of its forms, from a small candle to a large bonfire. So mote it be. Up next is Judith to have us all light our individual candles.
And I do that indeed. I now invite all those gathered here virtually to raise their moonlight candles with me in honor of our time together for this flower moon. Chief Dan George said that the beauty of the trees, the softness of the air, and the fragrance of the green grass speaks to me. The freshness of the morning dewdrops on the flowers, the summit of mountains, the rhythm of the sea speaks to me. The strength of the fire, the taste of the fruit, the trail of the sun in our lives, never ending, they speak to me and my heart soars. Thank you, Mother Earth, and welcome spring. Reverend Shar now has a flower reflection for us. Welcome, Shar.
Thank you so much, Judith. Beautiful words. And I like to think that in May, there are two occasions where flowers feature so well. Mother's Day, what I call a day of mothering. And we all have a mother. We all have a beautiful Mother Earth. And we have Memorial Day, another time of celebrations at which flowers are constantly present. And I hope that a lot of you this last weekend received flowers as part of a thank you for the gifts of mothering that you offer the world. And I think I just look out our window with our native garden, and in the heart of spring, when May is in bloom and the sun is brighter, the verdant earth awakens with new buds, seeds, sprouts, nuts, blossoms, flowers of every kind. Everywhere we look, signs of new life in every meristem birthing forth. In gardens along the shoreline, in meadows beside streams and ponds, over the plains and valleys, in between rocks, at the lakeside, in the forests, adorning the pathways, even in asphalt cracks. Life finds a way to bud and bloom again. Even in waterless deserts, rare blossoms bloom as if declaring that life will always find a way. Yes. All the pollinators are active, every single possible design of flower being hit. They're gathering food, they're spreading it so that plant life will continue on this planet in its myriad forms. Plant life we depend upon. So we've got hummingbirds, butterflies, moths, bees. They're feeding on nectar and pollen, flying, flitting, buzzing, swooping from one bud and one stamen to another, with petals unfurling, bursting forth with this vibrant display of a symbiotic relationship between flowers and feeders and fertilizers. Floral crowns of pollen coating every bee, and blossom as far as the eye can see for a spring festivity every day. So gather, all ye folk, from sea and valley and hills. Share your laughter, dancing with wilder spirits, enchanted among colors entwining and ground cover linings, from the grandest blooms to the tiniest florets. Go traipsing among the blossoms with their breathtaking beauty, roses in crimson, daisies like stars, dandelions from the soft golden land, lilies pure white like the whispers of moon, hibiscus and plumeria, iris and daffodil, tulip and lilac, bougainvillea and snapdragon, camellias and birds of paradise, lavender and sticky monk flower, each a unique bloom as a sacred microcosm. So dance gently with the breezes that play, tickling petals in a jubilant sway, as our joyous songs echo through our gathering of souls in a circle so bright beneath an ancient old oak friend in the warm sunlight. With such diverse garlands adorning, we will dance hand in hand, and when the fields are a blooming, our voices shall stand, and we will merge with flower power magic, spreading hope through the land. Christopher.
Thank you for that. I was smiling the whole time. So things have changed a little bit, but at the time of when I wrote this, the College of Cardinals was just about to begin conclave in the Vatican to select a new pope. This got me to thinking about the Hierophant card in the tarot, which many associate with the Pope. And many people also associate the High Priestess with the Popess, which is the counterpart to the Pope, both of which representing strong religious archetypes. The Popess is sitting in front of pomegranates, a symbol of bringing creative expression to life. The flowers, however, are reserved for the Pope's card, though they may not be where you'd expect. To help explain this, I'll share a set of selections from a blog article that I really enjoyed on the British Association of Tarot's website called Roses and Lilies and the Rider Waite Smith, authored by Penguin. I've made a few stylistic changes to fit the format, but the message of the selections have not been changed. One of the first things that intrigued the author about the Rider-Waite Smith was the use of red roses together with white lilies. In the Hierophant, one of the student monks has red roses and green leaves on his robe, and the other has white lilies on blue. Symbols like the rose and lily have multiple meanings depending on the tradition that you follow. In the Hermetic tradition, for example, the rose represents wisdom and lily is compassion. They are seen as two wings on the same bird, and you need both to fly. But wisdom and compassion together are the key to each of the cards we looked at earlier. The roses and lilies let the Hierophant pass on his wisdom generously in a way that suits each individual student. Each of these cards promise something higher, something better, through balancing of wisdom and compassion, together and whole. This thought-provoking description of roses and lilies in the tarot brought up many questions upon reflection for me. Things like, which student am I? Do I study to build wisdom or to build compassion? What does it look like to do both? Who are my spiritual mentors and teachers? How can I use my experience to create? Next time you pass by a rose or lily, enjoy a moment of connection with your wisdom and compassion. Especially in trying times, it's important to stay connected to your wisdom, your compassion, and your powers of creation. Tap into the energies of the Pope, the Popess, the Rose, and the Lily to stay resilient. I wish you many blessings this flower moon. Next up, we've got Black Willow Starling with a song.
Hello, everybody. Happy spring. We're Black Willow Starling. Thanks so much for having us once again on the Full Moon Circle programs with Circle Sanctuary. This is my partner, Nora.
Hello.
My name is Michael, and we're going to be performing a new song for you this evening, yet untitled Work in Progress. And it goes like this.
Arise, the wheel is turning, alas, the sun has come. Beltane fire burning, where the earth and the sky are one. Birds and trees awaking, and flowers bless our land. Garlands bright and rosy, where the oak and ivy stand. Hail to the mother, hail to the spring, hail to the sunshine and the flowers that they bring. Blossoms boldly blooming, the forest fields of lore. Winter's fading heart song, and life renews once more. Hail to the mother, hail to the spring, hail to the sunshine and the flowers that they bring.
Nature's inhabitants return in full. Myriad color ornaments the landscape. Year upon turning year, true as time itself. Hail the sun. Hail the spring. Hail the radiant world, antiquity anew.
Blessed be
Next up is Selena.
What an amazing song. Thank you so much. Wow, flowers have magic. Flowers have power. And I'd like to share with you some thoughts and experiences in connecting with the mythic, magical dimensions of flowers. And I invite you to begin this journey with me by taking a few moments and calling to mind flowers that have been part of your life. Imagine flowers that have been part of your life, forming a great circle of flowers around you. These might be flowers from living plants around your home or in a favorite natural area. There might be flowers of living plants that are houseplants. Flowers that come in the spring that are spring ephemerals. They're only for a short while. Call to mind experiences viewing blossoms, taking a walk, moving by the land blossoming. And I invite you to call to mind flowers that are at their peak, that have been harvested and then are part of bouquets and arrangements or worked with in some other ways. Calling to mind not only flowers in their living form, but dried flowers, representational flowers, flowers that are in your memory. Envision flowers, flowers that are part of artwork, sculptures, theatrical pieces, songs, crafted flowers, flowers of the mind. We have connections with flowers in many ways. They are part of our psyche. And I invite you now in the next few moments to shift from memories and awarenesses of different types of flowers that have been part of your life's journey to imagining yourself turning into a flower. What flower would that be? I invite you to reflect on that for a few moments. And imagine yourself transforming from human form into the form of a flower. What type of flower are you? What color are you? And what is a word or a phrase of guidance that your connection with this flower, part of yourself, has for you? Reflect on that for a few moments. Let the power of the flower that you're focusing on now be with you now, and should you choose to, as you go to sleep tonight, invite that flower dimension of self to bless your dreams and to guide you in your day-to-day life. We give thanks to the flower that we have transformed into. And as we experience ourselves as humans again, let us call to mind some ways that we can make magic with flowers. And these are just a few ways that I have found powerful and wonderful. Working with flowers as a symbol of the season. Those of us who are celebrating spring in the Northern Hemisphere, the blossoming of the springtime, the Beltane time, the time of Mother's Day in some parts of the world, including the US, flowers that are part of celebrating graduations, remembering the dead at Memorial Day, flowers in the month of May in the Northern Hemisphere can represent the season. Flower offerings, taking flowers and placing them at different locations or arranging them in honor and respect for the divine in one or more forms, for a loved one, for an ancestor, for a spiritual guide, for a nature spirit. Working with flowers in the form of flower crowns, flower wreaths for our doors, flower garlands that we may drape around pillars or in different places where we live, flower bouquets that we may carry in procession, flowers that we may wear on our clothing like a boutonniere or some other way, a corsage, flowering plants that we may be planting this spring, creating amulets with flower scents and flower petals and parts of flowers. What is the amulet for? Protection, wisdom, joy, many different ways. And flowers that we may use to decorate our clothing, our other ritual objects that we use. Flowers can be part of our spiritual life, not only in the springtime, but throughout the year. Some of my favorite ways of connecting with the power of flowers: meditation, decorating altars, healing, not only having flowers near me when I am in need of healing, but sharing flowers, actual flowers, or sometimes virtual flowers, sending messages to those in need of healing and well-being. Flowers can be part of celebrations, achievements. Flowers can bless our home. Having a vase of flowers or living flowers in our homes can not only bring beautiful colors and shapes, but aromas. And of course, flowers can mark all sorts of occasions: weddings, baby blessings, coming of age into adulthood, coming of age into seniorhood, and the final passage in an incarnation, crossing over death, memorials, burials. Flowers can be used to honor divinities, ancestors. Flowers can be symbols and ways of communicating romance, and flowers for friendship of many kinds. Let us celebrate the power of flowers in our spiritual life, and in our ceremony tonight. Flowers, we honor you, we celebrate you, we give thanks for you. And now I invite Amy to share a meditation.
Thank you, Selena. Walking confidently into spring, we honor the growing sun, burning away winter's remaining vestiges. At Beltane, we honor the fertilization of the earth. And at this full flower moon, we honor the brave faces of the first and continuing blooms, welcoming spring with trumpets and offerings of sweet nectar. This is a place of perfect love and perfect trust, where all life weaves earth, air, fire, water, with the spirit of knowing. We know on a level of knowing beyond the conscious mind who we are and why we are here. A flower knows to bloom. It trusts the reason without needing to name it. A flower only knows it's perfect and blooms in perfect order. I'd like to take a minute to describe these delicate journeys into life. Please close your eyes if that's comfortable and imagine yourself deep in the damp cold of the winter's earth. Find yourself experiencing the alchemical transformation of a bulb. You're protected by its toxicity, triggered by a barely perceptible shift in light and temperature that tells you, as a little green shoot of a daffodil, it's time to grow. You begin pushing up through the soil, stretching after your winter's nap toward the still faint sun, leading the way at first for the other trailblazers like forsythia, grape hyacinth, crocus, tulip. The more cautious citizens follow, the green healers like plantain, fleabane, and dandelion. Next, the more delicate beings like viola and chickweed, who need the shelter of the taller ones to come out. Now, after just a very short while, the normal is life. The normal is blooming. It's hard to tell who may be next. Look around at the movement you've started. Only by listening to that soft voice of intuition, of knowing. This is the way of human life and community relationships too. Where is the trailblazer? Who will follow? And when does the trend become the new normal? We may appreciate the help of Daffodil's courage and grace. We may be inspired by his persistence in adversity and by his willingness to protect his own life force and to make way for others. Announce yourself through your tiny trumpet flower. Squall, roar, squall, beam in triumphant life. The flower moon reminds us to listen, to ask creation to come once again to the intersection of the elements. We know that as the flowers of the field have what they need, so do we. As we witness the brave beaming faces, the selfless offerings, we will know that fear has no solution for us, and we are able to see our way through to accomplishing our will, our purpose. We know on a level beyond consciousness, we are here, we are alive, we are home, all is well. Blessed we. And welcome, Marin.
Thank you so much, Amy. That was lovely. I do love daffodils. Hello, everyone. I'm Marin King, and I'm coming to you from my home here in North Central Florida, USA. Another favorite flower of mine is the morning glory in all of its beautiful colors. But back in 2021, I found out about the moonflower, a night blooming flower in the same family as the morning glory, and how it's iridescent in the moonlight. I just had to do research and learn about this flower. And here is what I learned. This is called flower of the moon. Come take a walk with me through our mother's sacred garden. Gaze upon the beauty of Ipomaea. Born to intertwine beneath the sun in all its glory, yet you will find that its true love is the moon. Bursting forth from a hard brown sea, soaked well by summer rains, growing quickly neath the clear sky, roots running deep, far and wide, spreading out its many heart-shaped leaves, dancing in a wandering breeze. And when the autumn falls, myriad flowers burst free. Riots of color fill our mother's sacred garden. Sunflowers and asters, dahlias and henbane, roses, marigolds, and lotus blooming in the sunlight. Yet Ipomaea's bright iridescence is for the moon. From out of the twilight, sweet fragrance fills the air. Pearly white trumpet flowers, turning faces to the night sky, spreading out amongst its nighttime kin, weaving in the silvery light. And when the full moon comes, Ipomaea shines so very bright. Sister to gardenia, brother to night blooming jasmine, cousin to the darkness in our mother's sacred garden. Friend to moth and beetle, who drink deep of the sweetest nectar. And when the night is done, strange flowers carry their seeds home. Now you know of Ipomaea, lustrous flower of the moon, shining bright there in changing orb. Whether dark or whether bright, it blooms the same, as faithful as the turning world in its dance with our glorious And now I welcome Healing Blessings with Shar and Chris.
Thank you so much, Marin. I already feel sort of rejuvenated and healed. I could just cruise on those tones. Thank you so much for that. This is time in our sacred circle that we invite all of us to enter into an attitude of prayer and meditation. I want to acknowledge all the benevolent spirits who are with us here, who bring us guidance and healing. I will attempt to be a hollow bone while I say some words of community prayer, after which I will stop and Chris will play the flute, affording all of you time for some private prayer. May your body be healed. Heya, may it be so. May your mind be healed. May it be so. May your heart be healed. May it be so. May your spirit be healed. May it be so. May our human institutions be healed. May it be so. May our families be healed. May it be so. May our communities be healed. May it be so. May our communications be healed. May it be so. May our distrust be healed. May it be so. May all plants be healed. May it be so. May all animals be healed. May it be so. May all ecosystems be healed. May it be so. May our planet home be healed. May it be so. May our humanity be restored. May it be so. May these prayers be on my lips each day, and may they never be in vain. Heya, may it be so. Heya, may it be so. Heya, may it be so.
Thank you, Shar and Chris. And now we will dismiss our circle. I thank community, which will ebb and flow with the seasons and yet remain, striving for resiliency and the ecstasy of life. I thank the flower of life, the never-ending, enduring representation of earth and the interconnectedness of all that is sacred in geometry and nature. I thank the blue delphinium, which calls to mind the azure sky and the illusionary nature of our existence. I thank the compass rose for ever directing us to true north and back to our homes. I thank the crepe myrtle and the pink and white water lilies for teaching us to bend, not break, and ride the weather out gracefully and beautifully. I thank the southern camellias and the hibiscus for reminding us of the boundless nature of nature and the healing balm flowers bring. I thank the eastern sunflower for reminding us to reset each night and go back to the east to catch the sun's rays and the humble bee's first pollination. I thank all of these for guiding our journey tonight. So mote it be.
As we near the end of this flower moon, full moon circle broadcast, I ask that all of you again raise your candles as we give thanks for this amazing gift of life at this abundant time of year. Thank you all for joining us. We send our prayers out to you all for continued health and prosperity, peace and love for the highest and best good of all on our abundant Mother Earth. Steve will now tell us about those of you who have been joining us live this evening. Thank you all for being here. Steve?
Hello, all. So today we were joined from all of these people here. Even one from Canada, looks like. So welcome all. This is where we're all coming from in community. Blessed be.
Thank you all so much for joining us for this virtual full moon circle. I'm Christopher, and I give thanks to our other wonderful Circle Sanctuary volunteers on this broadcast tonight. Chris, Judith, Dia, Richard, Shar, Amy, Nora, Michael, Marin, and Steve, and of course, Circle Sanctuary's founder and senior minister, Selena Fox. Thank you all. Please consider joining the Circle community by becoming a member or support us with your donations. We offer a wealth of nature spirituality information on our website. You can find weekly links to our podcasts and things like that. Definitely check it out. I use our website all the time when it comes to the holidays and rituals and special events. I share the links to all of my friends. It's a great resource and lots of good recordings, lots of good websites, lots of good stuff. So please check it out. You can also see archives of all these things on the Circle Sanctuary's YouTube channel. We hope to see you at this year's Pagan Spirit Gathering. I'll see you there if you're there, at our new location in a sacred forest in White Lake, Wisconsin, from June 15th to 22nd. The deadline for registration is 11 p.m. Central Time on Friday, June the 6th. So register now. That's coming up, so bookmark it. And join us again on Wednesday night, June 11th, for our Crystal Lore Full Moon Circle broadcast. Wishing you all a bright full moon blessings.